morning, everyone. My name is Alex, and my last name is Price, which is an awkward surname to have during hyperinflation, especially when you work for an electricity company. Our company helps to keep your fridge cold, your air conditioner working, and your portable relationship-saving devices fully charged. I'm an engineer. Yes, some of us are actually women. When people hear I'm an engineer, sometimes they wonder if I look good in a hard hat, or if I'm great at maths, or if I enjoy being surrounded by men all day. And I tell them, no, I'm not that good at maths. Thanks, Mum. I'm not fond of the label, but I have to admit, I am a Nepo engineer. My dad is a marine engineer, his dad was an electrical engineer, and his dad was an envelope transport engineer, also known as a postie. My partner is an engineer. He works at the same company as me, but I'm more senior than him. Thank you. Which means I earn more money, but he earns more respect from our male colleagues. We have a son. He's only 2. I know you're all thinking, is he going to be an engineer too? He's obsessed with my laptop, and he loves food, rug time, and bird watching. Does he look like an engineer to you? So in my job, I'm working on ensuring we keep the lights on as we transition to renewables or to nuclear. I guess we'll find out next Saturday. So one of the challenges with electricity is the amount that is generated and consumed must be the same at every second. If it gets too far out of balance, your beers get hot, your aircon turns off, and eventually you may have to make small talk with your partner. This is a typical electricity usage or load curve over 24 hours. It dips down during the middle of the day due to solar and ramps up of an evening as people come home and solar checks out for the day. If you squint hard enough, maybe after a few beers, it kind of looks like a duck, which is why we call it the duck curve. Now, you might be familiar with duck head issues. When everyone gets home from work on really hot days, turns their aircon on, we can get peak demand. This gives the duck a migraine as it struggles to work out how to meet the demand. You might also see public messages asking people to limit their electricity consumption. If the duck's migraine gets too bad, it might be bad news for us all. Now, we've known about duck head issues for a while, but you might be surprised to hear that we're also approaching having issues at the other end of the spectrum, too little demand, or what's known as minimum demand. Yes, there is such a thing as people not using enough electricity. This is one of the emerging challenges I'm working on in my role, combining engineering and birdwatching skills. The duck's belly is getting lower and lower during the day, and its head is getting higher. Initially, we thought it was just becoming bloated from all the stale bread, but now we're worried it's transforming into more of a swan. We don't want swans in the power system. They think they're all fancy with their smooth feathers and long, luscious necks, but they are bad news. And while we're at it, geese, flamingos, and storks aren't welcome either. Look at those horrifyingly long necks and expensive-looking bills. The power system generally operates best, and electricity is usually cheapest when we have Peter Pan duckling load curves that never grow up. Now, duck stomach issues are really complex. There are many reasons why people not using enough electricity is a problem. For example, there's a minimum amount of electricity that large generators like coal generators have to produce in order to stay online. These currently provide some special benefits to the power system, which rooftop solar can't. Something like an antacid for the duck, helping smooth and settle any stomach discomfort. If these generators turn off, they can also take ages to come back on, which means a bloated duck during the day turns into a duck migraine in the evening. Unlike duck head issues, duck stomach issues tend to happen on perfect sunny Sundays and public holidays. While everyone is outside enjoying the weather, the solar panels on their rooftops are soaking up the rays, and their electricity meters are spinning backwards faster than a US tariff policy. Grid operators get a bit nervous as ducks can only eat so much, and the excess has to go somewhere. So, what are the options? We can turn off our solar panels, or we can use more electricity at home. Picture this, it's midday Sunday, you've got the dishwasher and the washing machine on, and you're vacuuming the rug. It has never looked so clean. The pool heater is set so hot you could sous vide whatever bird dares dive in. And you're baking bread, microwaving leftovers, and toasting air. Your home rivals a Bitcoin bros lair with all the blinking and whirring and glowing, but you're helping flatten the duck curve, one hyperactive appliance at a time. Plus, you get fresh bread. Now, I realise that perhaps my home on a Sunday might be different to yours, but the third option here is storing that excess energy using energy storage, such as pumped hydro, large-scale or home batteries. Storage acts like a sponge, soaking up the excess solar during the middle of the day, and you can squeeze it out at night, helping avoid any potential duck head issues. At my job, we're working hard to maintain duck welfare at a system level, like exploring alternative acids and novel ways to use and store excess energy. However, there's no quick fix. Now, I recognise your electricity bill can sometimes seem scarier and more complex than a goose's bill. Like, how does that even work? And most tariffs don't adequately encourage people to store energy during the day or to shift their usage during the day to the middle of the day. But if you care about ducks like I do, what can you do? You can start by trying to shift some of your usage to the middle of the day. Think dishwashers, washing machines, and if you have rooftop solar panels, consider whether a home battery is right for you. Now, I'm cautiously optimistic that this might just be a transitional issue until we get more energy storage in the system. Until then, every little bit that each of us can do really helps us avoid the swan transformation. Swans may look pretty, but our electricity bills can't afford their hyperinflated necks. The more we share the load, the happier the power system will be. And the more sunny Sundays, I might just be able to spend bird watching real birds rather than worrying about duck curves. Thank you all. You've been great.